So I run an organization called Suave Property Care. We specialize in painting and decorating. And we only take on people that are passionate about it, because there's no point going through life doing something that you don't enjoy, right? And the other side of that is that you don't want to end up chasing money. I'm doing this because I can get paid, have a good job. You can do any job and get paid. It just depends on how much you're getting paid. But if you actually focus on something you're gifted at, something you're very good at, do you know that is the best place that you get the highest pay from? My painters are on between £20 an hour to £50 an hour in management because of their value. If you're a person that can sort problems out and you can be a gold mine for an employer, meaning when you're around, you're a solution person. When problems come, how do you behave? How do you react? So with this experience, what this does, it positions you into becoming a person of value for that organization, okay? So at Suave, we only deal with people that want to be painters and want a long career in it. But not only that, you're able to move up. So some people may think that painting and decorating, you just paint and that's it. But at Suave, and also many other organizations, you're able to move up into different managements. So at Suave, what we have our traineeships, we have our apprenticeships, then we have your team member. You carry out jobs by yourself, but then you can go to a team leader, which is you build your own team. You have your van, you have your vehicle, and then from team leader, you're able to go to management. From management, you can go to franchise. From franchise, you can tell me, oh, I've got this idea. Great, let's bring it to the board. Because if you just label yourself just a painter, then you're just gonna be average. But if you say, I wanna do this well, I wanna, there's this saying that say, good artists copy, but great artists steal. Why? Because there's nothing new under the sun. Everything's been recycled in a new way. How long has painting and decorating been happening? But what are you gonna bring that's special about you? And that's why I'm happy that I'm seeing females in the room, right? Why? Because you go on site and people want to think, I love bringing females on site because they change the atmosphere. For me, they take more detail, they take more care. As well as men, that's fine, but a lot of the people on site, there's this culture of women can't do it. But I say no, if I need this table to be lifted, what do I need? I need someone with the same strength or stronger, right? So don't put to gender. Let's say if you're able to do the job, do it, thank you. So something like that breaks the norm, When we have a norm in society, it's because it's a culture that the people have adhered to. My point I'm trying to make is that even at Suave, we want to make sure that people that are coming on, why you're coming on, and you want to make sure you have a long, nice career in it. Yeah? So we specialize in painting and decorating. We paint commercial spaces. We've painted a Hammersmith Medical Research Centre, the massive centre in Hammersmith. We do residential, we do flats, just one room or two rooms or the whole place. So anything to do with painting, we specialize in that. We also paint furniture as well. We paint floors, we paint tiles, we paint anything that needs paint. And we find a special paint to paint those things. We've also been asked to go abroad. So some of our clients say, can you come to Spain to come and paint for us there? Can you come to France? So I always say that with Suave, we don't want to put anyone in a box, even with our services. So you might be here today and you think, oh, I've got this idea where I can do this in painting. Don't limit yourself. Don't let the curriculum or don't let the institution say, this is what you're going to do. Because if you can imagine it and think it, it's possible. So that's Suave, basically. We also have workshops we carry out. We do paint parties. We do paint therapy, where we're able to, because who agrees that painting is very therapeutic? Does anyone find it very therapeutic? And what does that mean? What does that mean to you? When I say painting is therapeutic?
It's relaxed.
Relaxing? Okay, anything else on that?
You can kind of do it well, just chilling out.
Chilling out.
You can listen to music or something.
Yeah. Any other benefits of painting and decorating? Any personal, anything that you might like about it?
It distracts you for a while.
Distracts you? What does that mean? It distracts you for a while.
Like you have a lot of things in your head, like in your mind.
Yeah.
To get away, you just take that.
That's very good. And on that note, there's times where we work with a lot of students that they're going through so much, and it's a good place to just release, let it go, and then maybe deal with it in bite-sized chunks. Yeah. But if I was in college, I will soak up every resources to get where I need to be. I'll give you an example. I done an apprenticeship in theatre studies. So the apprenticeship was that how to run a theatre. They had offices, they had printers, paper, and I had so many ideas. I was like, sorry, can I use your printer? Because I want to print like my business flyers. Like, okay, yeah, just use it. Great. I used it. I used their computers. I used all the resources so well to get me where I am today. So my thing is that what you have here today, use every resource, because no matter what you do in life, you're going to always be at two ends. This end, you're going to be doing this. Look, you're going to go, yeah, in life, you know, I'm here because I'm a success and I've done what I needed to do to get where I am. Or you'll be here. You man, don't do what man done, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't do what I done, you get me? Focus on your books and that, and you're 40 saying that. Do you want that? Do you want that? No. You don't want that. So success is predictable, so also failure is. I can look at someone and go, oh, do you know the way you're moving, you're going to be successful. Oh my, jeez. Or I can go, boy, that person is just always, and that's fine. Everyone has their issues. I was very naughty when I was younger, but you have to be aware. I know I'm naughty, I need to change. If you're not aware, you can be successful in the wrong thing. You can be chasing the wrong thing and climbing up the ladder that's against the wrong wall. Why are you wasting your time? You got one life. There's this exercise I do in the workshops we do. I say sit at your own funeral. It's called sit at your own funeral. Imagine it was your funeral and you were actually dead, but you sat at your funeral and watching it. What would people say? Remind me your name again?
Me?
Yeah.
Ryan?
Ryan?
Yeah.
So the first person comes up, it's Ryan's best friend. Yeah, Ryan was good. He was funny. He done his hair really well. He took care of it. Ryan, yeah, that's it. Example, because I don't know Ryan. But my point is that what I have to say about you. I live my life like I may die next week. I came here because I want my legacy to be that boy that came to the school with the gold teeth and the picky head. What he said to me, man. Because I know why I'm here on this earth. Out of 500 million sperm cells, you won that race in your mother's womb. So you're not here for no reason. You're not 1 in a million, you're 1 out of 500 billion cells. You could have been someone else. You could have been you with blue eyes, but you came out. So the way you are, your height, the way your hair is, the way your eyes, is the way it's meant to be for your purpose. What is purpose? Purpose is the reason why something was created. If you now stand on this chair, what am I doing? Abusing the purpose. And that's where abuse comes in. Some of you are abusing your mouth. You're saying things you shouldn't be saying. Some of you are abusing your body. You're doing things you shouldn't be doing. Now I'm abusing this chair. Why? Why am I abusing this chair?
I want to be taller.
Huh?
I want to be taller.
Okay, maybe I want to be taller. But why? I say I'm abusing this. I'm abnormally using it. I'm abusing this chair.
You're standing on something.
Thank you. The manufacturer said that there's a certain weight that carries for this particular chair. If I violate the manufacturer's instructions, I'm now abusing it. The same way with all of you, you were created. There's a reason why you love something in your heart, because that's what you're meant to be doing. So I will now talk about my journey. I run this company with my wife. We run the business. We've been running it for over 6 years now. It started when I was in school. I grew up in a rough estate in Kidbrooke, southeast London. And I grew up and I would look out the window and I'd see my brother shotting food. Gang, I said, oh my gosh, when I'm old, I want to be the baddest boy on the block. That when I come on the road, people will be like, yeah, Josh is around. You get me? That was my ambition. Why? Because that's what I saw. There's people in my dad's village in Nigeria that they've never ever seen a Ford Focus before. All they see is just, they live in a village, they're just not seeing a car. But they come to London for holiday and they're like, wow. When you can see something, you're able to dream about it. You're able to think about it. I'd never ever been to Knightsbridge before. Who's been to Knightsbridge? Wow, what's that? That's what I said. Who knows what Knightsbridge is? It's an area in London. Harrods? That's where Harrods is, in Knightsbridge. You never knew. No, honestly, I never knew as well. because I was stuck in the ends. I was holding onto a postcode that I didn't own property in. And what happened? Someone said, Josh, man, I want to introduce you to someone up London, Knightsbridge. Let's go to Knightsbridge. I went to Knightsbridge. Woo! I saw Ferrari. I saw hot property. I said, wow, it changed my mind. And that's a quick side note. Get out more. Sometimes go up London, open your eyes to where you want to be. Who wants to own a nice big house with a nice car? But are you looking after your little room? Are you looking after your room? Yeah. The reason why I say that, good. Everything is governed by law, right? And this law is the law of management. The law of management says that whatever you mismanage, you're going to lose. So if you say, I want a big house, but you can't even look after your little room, the law says, I ain't giving that to you. Why? Because you haven't positioned yourself to receive what you want. If you're not faithful with your little room, you're not going to look after that mansion. It's going to be smelly. It's going to have damp because you haven't taken care of this. Taking care of this qualifies you to have that. The law says, I will make a way for this to happen. Someone in this room can get employed by Suave today, but maybe it's because you don't even see yourself employed because of what someone else told you. What is long to you could be gold to someone else. Someone could be here and say, "Hey, look at that guy in the classroom. He's painting. That's long." But to you, you're like, "No, I enjoy this." But that's where everyone is different. You know what I mean? There's things you can do, I can't. So I say, "Bro, can you help me?" And you're like, you don't believe in yourself. You're shaking your head. You're going, "No, why me?" But there's something inside of you that I can't do. So that's why I'm good at hiring people that can do their jobs that I can't do. So you have something that someone needs that no one else can bring. The question is, are you going to take it to the graveyard and deprive this nation of your gift? Because you can't sit still. Because you give yourself all these labels. I tell all my staff, I say, careful what you say. I'm rubbish, I'm useless. Do you know what the universe says? Give me more situations to be useless. I'm careful with my mind. I tell my staff, we're going to get this £20,000 contract. I just see it. Now, that's called wishful thinking if you don't do nothing about it. But if you believe something, what do? Prepare for it. If you're going on holiday, you say, we're going abroad, you're going to pack your bags. But you're not on the plane yet. Why are you packing your bags? Mentality, you believe. How do you know that plane is not going to get cancelled? You believe. Why can't you do it for your vision? Why can't you do it for you being here right now? I had to believe this. This was an idea. That's why they say ideas live longer than people. The idea of terrorism is still here. They said killing this person would work, but it's still here. The idea of a knife crime is still here. How many people have died? So that's why you have to feed your mind with the right ideas. If you believe you're not going to be no one, according to your faith, be unto you. Great things take time, because the idea you had on Monday might turn to £1 million idea on Tuesday. But because you rushed, you settled for that rubbish employer that treats you like rubbish. You settled for that course, which was only a one-day course, when you should have done a year so you could become excellent at it and be paid triple the amount. I said to myself, let me be patient. I know it will come to me. I even stopped thinking about that. Either way, whatever. I went to Tesco and I said, because I used to always buy these donuts before school. I said, listen, I'm gonna pattern my mum and I'm gonna make sure she gives me this money back. Then I can at least say to my dad, at least I still got the £20. But there was something inside of me that was pushing me to say, you can do this. My ego, my pride said, nah, man, you can do it. I didn't want to let my dad down. And that's why in your life it's good to have accountability, someone that can tell you about yourself, because you don't know everything. Yeah? Having mentors, like you said. So I go to Tesco, I buy it, I'm walking to school, I'm like, This little year 7 comes up to me and goes, hey Josh, can I have a donut? I bought the donuts for like 85p. Back in the day when donuts were 85p, you know, the 5-pack. Yeah, you got 5 or 8 in the pack and it's just 85p. Now it's probably like £2 or £1 or £1 something. But then you could buy 80p, you got 8 donuts. The guy said to me, can I have a donut? I remembered, oh my gosh, this is an opportunity to sell a donut. £1, give me £1, I'll give you 1. All right then. Oh Oh my gosh. Okay. I went to the library and I said, how can I sell to every person from year 7 to 6th form? But not only that, because there's people selling crisp and Coke already. How can I get someone to work for me in every year? So I'll get a year 7. I'll get the toughest person in each year to work for me and I'll pay them. And I said, I'm not just going to sell anything, I'm going to sell everything. I went back to my dad, I said, Dad, give me 100 now. I said, invest in me and I promise you I'll give you 200 back in 2 weeks. My dad took me to Lidl, Aldi. I said, this is what they want. And I sold it. My dad was like, whoa. And that's when my dad said, you got a businessman in you. My dad cultivated an environment for me to thrive. You're at college, you're in an environment. What are you doing with it? If I was here, I'll make sure that I'm at college and if there's an opportunity for me to have part-time work in painting and decorating, that's a win. That's a win. Do you know how I got, there's some contracts that I've got for this company. Do you know how I've got it? I walked through the building and I said, can I talk to the manager? My name's Josh, I'm from Suave Property Care. And I pitched right in front of them. They were like, you got the balls, got the contract. I'm gonna send an email. I will send emails, that's great. But sometimes do things differently, stand out. I have that confidence. God has given me a gift for that confidence. You also have a gift. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Do the things you don't like. You don't like wallpapering? Do it. Become good at it. Because now, when you face the difficult things, it becomes easier, isn't it? Because now you know how to do it. Oh my gosh, how did you learn wallpapering? Hey bro, you weren't even there when man struggled. Go through the struggle because that's part of your story. If you don't go through it, you're going to be boring. Let it encourage you to know whatever you want to do, you can do it. But you need to pay the price and you need to be prepared. And your opportunity is right in front of you. It's either you're looking at it or you're not. But we're here to support you. Ask and it shall be what?
Received.
Given, received. Thank you. Received. If you don't ask, you don't get. If I didn't ask to say, oh, can we be your painting contractors? Thank you. So whatever you need, if you can't focus while in class because you get fidgety, talk to someone about that. Let us create the environment for you to thrive.